So this good day class will be solving exponent leading to simultaneous equation. What we have here is 3 raised to power 2s minus y equals to 1, and the 16 raised to power s divided by 4 equals to 8 raised to power 3x minus y. So what you do from the equation 1 here now, we can actually raise this one to the same base with 3 by saying 3 raised to power 2s minus y is equals to 3 raised to power 0. You know that anything raised to power 0 is 1, so we have not actually changed what we have initially. So since they are of the same base, you can cancel the base. So what we now have is 2x minus y equals to 0. This is assuming to be equation 1. Then number 2, the equation 2 will be 16 raised to power s over 4 is equals to 8 raised to power 3s minus y. You discover that you can express it in the power of 2, all of them. So 16 is the same thing as 2 raised to power 4s over 2 raised to power 2 equals to 2 raised to power 3 multiplying 3s minus y. Okay, and the law of indices made us to know that when the powers are dividing each other, you minus the powers. So since they are of the same base and they're dividing each other, what we now have is 2 raised to power 4s minus 2 equals to 3 raised to power, you multiply out 3 times 3s will give you 9s minus 3 times y to give you 3y. So what we now have is 2 raised to power 4x minus 2 equals to 2 raised to power 9s minus 3y. Their bases are the same. You can cancel out. So we are left with 4s minus 2 equals to 9s minus 3y. Collect the like terms or collect the alphabet one place. 4s minus 9y, 3y minus 3y crossing equation become plus 3y. Y minus 2 crossing equation become 2. So what we now have is minus 5s plus 3y equals to 2. So we are here to establish our second equation. To get the second equation, we have to remove this negative sign that comes with s by multiplying, divide all through by minus 1. Divide all by minus 1. By the time you divide this by minus 1, minus 1, divide this by minus 1, divide it by minus 1, divide it by minus 1. What we now have is 5x, because minus will cancel minus 3y equals to minus 2. This is equation 2. So we are able to establish our equation 1 and equation 2. And equation 1 says that 2s, equation 1 says 2s minus y equals to 0. This is equation 1. Equation 1. So what do? We make we can actually make y the subject of the formula here in equation 1. In equation 1, solve for s. Solve for s, which means 2s minus y, or to solve for, okay, solve for y to make it simpler. Solve for y, s equals to 0. This is equation 1. So minus y will be equals to 0 minus 2s. Y will be equals to have y here will be equals to, this one is already minus 2s over minus 1. So y will be equals to 2s. So it has been established that y represent 2s. So we can actually use substitution method. Substitution method, substitute for y in equation 2. Substitute for y in equation 2. Since y is known to be known to be 2s. Substitute for y in equation 2. Okay, in equation 2 says 5s 5s minus 3y equals to 2. This is equation 2. Then substitute for y in equation 2. So 5s minus 3 all over 2s is equals to 2. So anywhere we see y, we replace it with 2s. So we have 5s minus 6s equals to 2. 5s minus 6s will give me minus x is equals to 2. Divide both sides by minus 1. Divide both sides by minus 1. So what we now have is minus s over minus 1 equals to 2 over minus 1. S will be equals to minus 2. So in this equation, the value for s is minus 2. Then we are going to find what y represent in any of the equation, whether equation 1, equation 2. So let us say in equation 1, find y. So equation 1 says 2s minus y equals to 0. Okay, x is minus 2, so 2 times minus 2 minus y equals to 0. So what we now have is, we now have 4. 2 times minus 2 is 4. Is minus 4. So 2 times minus 2. 2 times minus 2 minus y equals to 0. The minus 4 minus y equals to 0. Minus y is equals to 0 plus 4. Minus y is equals to plus 4. Then divide both sides by minus 1 to get what? Divide both sides by minus 1. So what we're going to have is, we are looking for y not minus y. Minus y over minus 1 is equals to 4 over minus 1. So y will be equals to That's not minus 4. Thank you. So if you actually want to cross-check your solvents, you can put any of the equation and substitute the value of y and the x and see whether you are on the right track. If the equation did not balance, that means you did not get the correct solvent. Your answer is not correct. So let us put one of the equation, since we have established that y equals to minus 4, s equals to minus 2. Okay, we can say in equation 2, which says 5x minus 2y equals to 2. Anywhere you see s, you substitute it with 2 minus 2 minus 3 times minus 4 all equals to 2. This is minus 10 minus no plus 12 equals to 2. Okay, minus 10 plus 12 will give me 2 equals to 2. So the answers are correct. 2 is equals to 2.